Hey folks, coming at you with the Node 3.1 rundown. Just wanted to walk through some of the activities we have going on for this week. First of all, this picture image here is updated with the link to the Node 3.1 activities page. I've also posted that on the blog. You'll find that right at the very top. Monday, February 3rd, 2014, in the Work for Node 3.1 post. So it's up, ready to go. Node 3.1. We're starting a new unit today titled Images. The end of the last unit, well, really the last unit was intended to get us thinking about life in the digital age and living in a world that is so inundated with media. We have multiple streams of information coming at us all the time, and we're just surrounded by all of this. And we concluded the unit by talking about a little bit about images and how they're all around us, how they influence us, the logic of the image, how it's a little bit different than the logic of written language. And we talked about a little bit about reading visual images and how that's also different than reading a visual or a written text. So we're going to continue that in this unit titled Images, which will take up this week and next week, Node 3.1 and Node 3.2. For this week, you've got some things to read here, a couple of things, essays from reading culture. Not a whole lot going on in the reading department, at least from the textbook, but there are other things, other activities that will be taking up our time this week. So there's the reading for you listed there. You'll need to start composing a visual presentation that will accompany your digital story per the composition number 1 assignment page. Pull that up really quick. Let's see, that's step 3, composing the visual presentation. Now there are several ways actually you can do this. You can use PowerPoint if you're familiar with that, or you can use Google Slides. Just come up here, open a new file, new presentation, just click on that. It will open it up for you and you can start. It's just like PowerPoint. Choose a theme, whatever, and then you'll insert some images in there. A bit more on images in just a minute. Or you can use Haiku Deck, which is another it's an online presentation material. Go there really quickly. What you'll need to do first is sign in, create a free account, and then you can start creating your image. I put a link in the activities page to give you an idea of where you can get started with Haiku Deck to check out the user guide. And it might also be cool to check out the gallery. There's some pretty cool presentations on here. Learning is seriously messy. Check that out. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's a cool picture. Anyway, so this is just to give you an idea of what you can do with Haiku Deck. It's got some pretty cool options. Really simple, clean interface. So that's one option. Another option you can do, or you can use Prezi, which is more online, another online presentation software. And I've also posted a link to a video to help you get started with Prezi. If you want to use this, there's a video to that and also an article to help you get started. You'll also need to sign up for a free account. It costs nothing. It's a really cool software that gives you a more dynamic way of presenting your material. Instead of just moving from point A to point B to point C, you can it's more organic, more free-flowing, sort of like the logic of the image. So you might want to give that a try in Prezi, and you can look at some of the other Prezis that people have made on here. Go to Explore, look at the 15 most popular Prezis for today, get some ideas of how you might construct or compose your own presentation. And like I said, it needs to contain at least 3 images. I said slides, but Haiku or Prezi doesn't really have slides. So anyway, 3 images at least, and you're going to want to find use and attribute public domain and Creative Commons images. And there's more information on that in this link to the Harvard Law School library. And we want to be responsible with the images we use from the internet. So we don't want to just use anything, but we want to give credit where credit is due, and to use images that are available for public use and fair use and things like that. If you have questions, feel free to let me know about that. So this week you'll be composing your visual presentation, which we'll be reviewing next week, and you will also be reviewing the digital stories that you posted last week. I've given you some instructions on how to do that, and also a link to the digital stories, which you can find in the Google Plus community in the Node 2.2 Your Digital Stories place. And one thing that you'll need to do when you open this, or if you have not done this with your own digital story, you'll need to go in and change the commenting, or change the sharing excuse me, to anyone with the link can comment. Now there's a really simple way you can do that. Just go, for instance, up here to share, and you'll need to say anyone with the link can comment. Click change. It needs to be anyone with the link, and then change this. Click on can comment, not just view, but can comment, because we'll be commenting using this feature to comment on each other's drafts. And I've given you some directions again on how to do that here. You can check out per these instructions on this assignment page here, giving you procedure, things like that, some suggested questions you can ask if you're having trouble getting started. But I just wanted to point out really quickly what you're going to do when you comment on your peers' drafts. If you find something that interests you or that confuses you, you can kind of highlight it. Just highlight it like that, go up to comments and click comment, and then type out I really like this because of this reason. I want you to be specific in your feedback, and to comment on at least 2 of your peers' digital stories. Again, you can find those here on the Node 2.2 My Digital Stories category. Some of you have not posted your digital stories yet, so you're going to want to do that so you can get feedback, and you'll also receive points for giving feedback. So you need to get those posted so we can comment on each other's drafts. And again, if you have not changed the the sharing feature to anyone with a link can comment, you will need to do that. I can't emphasize that enough, because again, we'll be using that feature to comment on each other's drafts, to give each other an idea of what you did well, what you could improve upon, so that you can revise these in preparation for your final submission. So hopefully all of that made sense and I didn't confuse you too badly. To finish off the prepare section, we've got the free writing journal, shared annotations. There will be the voice board. I'll be posting that shortly. And let's see. To participate in our Google Plus conversations, I'll be contacting 2 of you again to be conversation starters for the week. So stay tuned for those links. Really, that's all I've got for you now. Probably went on for too long, rambled and rambled and rambled. But that's what's on the docket for this week, the Node 3.1 images. We're going to do some fun stuff, some experimenting with sharing visual presentations, things like that throughout the week. So if you have any questions about anything, please feel free to let me know. My inbox is always open.